Hey guys, Caleb here from I'll Cook Anything, and today I decided I wanted to make some egg salad, so I will show you what I'm working on. So here I've got 18 eggs. This pan here, put all of these in there and let them boil for like 20 minutes or so. And what I like to do here to put the eggs into the pan so I don't drop them whenever I touch the hot water, I stick them on a long spoon and just let them rest in there. And this can also be used for taking the eggs out after they're done boiling. So here you can see I've got all the eggs in the pan, and I'll just set the timer for 20 minutes. So for a recipe this size, you can use it for like if you got a big picnic to go to for a bunch of people, or you can use it for a big family or something like that. So I just realized that I have a decent sized onion in the refrigerator. So to make the egg salad taste better, I'm going to take the onion, chop it up, and throw it in there along with it. So take a cutting board and your onion, and there's the bowl I'm going to put the egg salad in eventually. Take the onion, cut off the end of it, and I also want to rinse this off because it's got dirt on it. It's out of someone's garden, I believe. So I got everything off with the root. Try and cut that root out as best you can. Pry that right out of there, and then you want to rinse this off because that's where all the oil comes out that makes your eyes burn. Now I'll take the onion, cut it in half just so I can see how much of this stuff inside is rotten. And it looks like not too much of it is. It looks like it just goes up little ways like that. So I'll probably just take this layer out. You want to wash your hands after you do this too, and don't get your hands anywhere near your eyes. So I have a fry maker. I'm just going to cut these in big chunks like this and put it in the French fry maker because it's easier to cut that way. Okay, so now I have my trusty frying maker here. It's not too trusty, it's just cheap from Walmart, but whatever. Got the grid there, it'll just cut it into smaller pieces, and it's easier to do because it's not too hard to wash. So, take the pieces, set it on top, just like that. That'll push it all the way through, set it on top, just like that. These things are amazing time savers, especially for making like chili or something. Use these for dip. You should. And my eyes are still. And there you go. Now you're left with almost perfectly chopped onions. Now I've got this pan here, it's really pretty slick. I'm not sure what it's made out of, probably Teflon or something like that. So put that on a larger burner, put it on medium high, and I'll take about a tablespoon of butter, stick that in there. Just give the onions a good flavor and fry it better. So the butter's melted, and I want to just take my big chopped onion here, just throw it right in there. Get that all in there. So I'm going to just take a little bit of garlic salt and throw it in there with it because it does need a little bit of salt. And you never have enough garlic in a recipe, that's what I always say. But whenever I don't have the natural garlic, I just take the canned stuff like this and just toss it in there because it works just about the same. I mean, the flavor isn't as good, but it works. I don't know if you could see it or not. I guess I got it out of frame, but toss about a teaspoon or maybe a tablespoon in there. So the timer just went off on my eggs, and I'm gonna test it real quick just to make sure that they are cooked all the way. And if they're not, just keep cooking them. But just bounce it like this, and I can kind of tell that it is pretty springy. So I'm just going to let it cook for another 5 minutes or so, then try it again, because you want it to be firm unless you're going for like a soft boiled or like a poached type of egg. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to take an egg out and see what it feels like. And I know this is a really weird technique for seeing if your eggs are boiled or not. You can also spin them, but that doesn't really tell you much either. So that feels pretty firm, so I'm going to take it over to the sink and peel it some and see what the inside looks like. I'm going for a little bit more hard-boiled. Cool it down so it'll quit cooking. Just tap it to break it and roll it, because this is so warm that it breaks really easy, and it'll probably peel really easy too. Oh yeah, the white's hard right there, you can see. So just break it open a little bit. And that is perfect. So I'm going to take the rest of the eggs off and put them in cold water as fast as I can. So I just took all of the eggs off of the burner. I'm just going to run cold water off of it, and then once I see little enough steam coming off, then I'll pour it in. So generally you don't want to pour water that hot down in your pipes. And now comes the fun of peeling 18 eggs. Okay, so now I have 18 eggs in a bowl, all peeled and everything. In order to mash that many eggs, what I always found works really well is a potato masher. I got that one for like $3 or $4 at Walmart. So, what you do is you just mash it. There you have that. Now, you take your onions first, might as well. Just dump all of them in there. Recipe, of course. So I'll just dump it in there like that. And since I'm doing it on camera, I won't use a spoon with my other hand. I'd usually just scrape it out, but whatever. So I got that as empty as I could. Now the other one. Again, you just want to guess at it. So, just squirt some of that in there, and that's not very much. I don't know how much is even left in this thing. So, I'll try to do this as well as I can with one hand. Okay, so I'm just kind of folding it in there. You can also use a mixer if you want to, or something like that, but whatever. Okay, so after mixing it all up and everything, this is what we are left with. If you were to take this to like a picnic or something like I mentioned earlier, you'd be able to feed a lot of people and probably have leftovers. Unless they tasted it, then they'd eat all of it for you. Anyway, you have the nice flavor in there of the eggs and all the garlic and spices and stuff. Plus the mustard gives it a good flavor, kind of like deviled eggs. And you also have a nice crunch of the onions in there. And it just makes for a really good tasting salad, which is very easy to make. I just made it on the spur of the moment in probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. But not very long, and you can guess at all the ingredients and customize it however you want. And it's a very versatile and usable recipe. So, I hope you liked this video from I'll Cook Anything. This is the first official video I've made for it, and I hope to make a lot more of these because I like making weird things and also good tasting things. So be looking forward to more videos like this from I'll Cook Anything.